Robbie Weeds here. First day of doing our early fall fertilizer. We're doing 1 pound nitrogen. We're using a mix of 31-7-14. To do that, we need 2.8 bags of fertilizer per acre, which comes out to, for 1 pound nitrogen, that is 3.5 pounds of fertilizer per 1,000 square feet. So, or a 3.6, it's something like that. But I wanted to talk to you about a trick that I use for calibrating, how to get your fertilizer per 1,000 square feet right. What I do is a standard parking space is almost exactly 100 square feet. So what I do is take my fertilizer per 1,000, divide it in half. Mine came out to 1.6. So my per 1,000 was like 3.4 or something like that, or 3.2. So you take the 1.6 and count out 5 spaces, because you're doing half of the 1,000. So 5 spaces is 500 square feet, and you walk the pace that you're going to fertilize and see how good the coverage is. And this is what we came up with. We used all the fertilizer, so 5 spaces, 1.6 in our Lesco spreader. It came out to, on that gauge, with how fast the applicator was walking, it came out to, on the scale, or on the calibration adjustment, came out to 14 or 15. So and once he sees this, he can kind of get a gauge on how it's supposed to look on the ground, and he can come back and check his spreader throughout the day, and that'll let him know if the calibration's slipping or if he needs to walk faster or slower. But this is a good way to as long as you can measure out. I always carry a scale on me to measure out either if I'm spraying or fertilizing, so I can measure out wettable powders or dispersible granules or fertilizer, so I can do stuff like this. But it's very important, because when you're doing, I use 40 pallets of fertilizer over a month, so being the calibration a little bit up or down changes, I could use a lot more or a lot less than I'm supposed to, and that translates to a lot of money. So knowing this little trick that 5 spaces or 10 parking spaces is 1,000 square feet lets you calibrate rather quickly. It doesn't take a half a day. You can do it, run each machine by 5 spaces, or I like to use 5 just because it's easier, or 10 spaces, and you could get calibrated rather quickly. Yeah, that's what I do. There's better ways to do it, more exact, but this is what I do. You have to account for, since it's on a hard surface, the fertilizer bouncing to the sides, but this at least gets you started in a range that towards the range that you want to be. All right, Robbie Weeds out.